Welcome to 5 Minute Friday, everybody, where we share our best tips and tricks to help you get just a little bit better every week. Eddie, what you got, man?
Do the next mile. Do the next mile.
Okay. I feel a running analogy coming on here.
Do you now? That's because there is one coming.
You've been doing some training lately, so this is fresh.
This is fresh. This was also something that I'm tagging off of Nick Barr. I think it's a Nick Barr podcast.
Okay.
So listening to an ultra marathoner, and he's talking about this, like do the next mile. He was talking about running a 230 mile ultra.
Yeah.
Get your head around that. 230 miles.
Golly,
like
man.
you're not sleeping. He's talking about falling asleep and how like if you slept an hour in the race, it was actually not worth it because when you got back up, you couldn't move. So I don't know how people do this kind of thing.
How do you even function?
I don't know, but I'm like, that's not what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay. So
your measly little half marathon.
My measly marathon, right? During COVID, I've got an unofficial marathon. It's unfinished business. It still bothers me, but at the same time, it's very special to me too.
You have the coolest medal ever too.
I do. It's top of ball jar. It's awesome.
The kids made it happen.
this special, to have that be the marathon I ran first was very special because it was like, oh man, we got into COVID, race got canceled, everything got canceled, but the family came through. Mm-hmm. Like there were so many creative things. And this was just a creative thing my family did for me.
Yeah.
So we had, we were kind of singing the Tom Petty Running Down a Dream.
Yeah.
Like they had that playing on the back of my truck and I had my little route through the neighborhood and I'm running all that. And man, when I started out, I could see the end. Like I could see the finish line from the start.
Very clear.
Like I'm finishing this sucker. This is the day.
Yeah.
I've done all the training. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there at around mile 16, like I am going and then I hit a wall. Mm-hmm. When I hit that wall, so Jay's like riding his bike next to me. Gabe did too for a while.
Yeah.
And it was like they were encouragements, but there was a time where I went, I'm not going to finish. Like I legitimately, the mental battle that was mile 18 to mile 26. Because at mile 18, I went, wow, this is like as far as a far weekend run that I still have left.
Yeah.
Like you start doing the math and you're just talking yourself out of it. Like it's not there.
There's no way.
It's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there.
I don't have it in the tank.
I'm going to quit. And then it's like, I can't quit in front of my kids. Like they're looking, they're waiting for me to take the next lap. What do I do? The next mile. What am I going to do to get this thing done? I got to quit looking for the finish line. Like I lost sight of the finish line, but that's not what I really need to be looking for. I need to be looking for the next mile. Yeah. I need to just try to do the thing in front of me. And this is an analogy that gets baked in a lot of different ways and said in a lot of different ways. Do the next thing, whatever it is. But I know in detailing, I know in like working on projects that are long, because I mean, a lot of construction is very enduring, very, very lengthy, right? You might be on one for 2 years.
Yeah.
It might seem like I'm going to die with this thing. We're never going to finish. Or there's a problem that comes up in it at a point in time where you're like really seriously contemplating either like, I wonder if I could resign. What if my company just goes bankrupt? Yeah. Like that might actually be a good thing. I'd be able to quit.
And I wouldn't have to worry about this anymore. It's somebody else's problem.
Yeah, I would be okay with that. Like, here, lawyers, take it over. Let's handle it. Like you just been and you hit the line. You hit the line. You know, you don't know what to do anymore. You know that you've got to find some equilibrium. You got to reach back down.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, let's make the problem not so large. Let's make this a smaller problem. Like, what's the next thing you need to do? What's the next mile? And let's focus on that. And this is how schedules are built out.
Yeah.
Bite by bite, you know, and you just need to come back and focus on the next bite.
Right.
You might need to come back and focus down even smaller than that and just count your victories as you go.
Yeah.
As you amass victories, as you amass momentum, now all of a sudden I start to believe again. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden I start to see that finish line again. 3 miles out, you're like, oh man, I've run 23.
You can start to flip it.
3 more. This looks
This is gettable.
I might do this thing.
I can do 3.
I might do this thing.
Yeah.
And then you're like 2 miles out and you're
Yeah.
like, I might do this thing. 1 mile out. I'm doing this thing. Like there's no way I'd have to fall over dead to not finish now.
A pelican would have to just
Something,
have to just come out of nowhere.
I'm finishing. I'm going to do it. So like the momentum does shift over where you're like, you feel like you're running downhill again.
Yeah.
And so, do the next mile. That's the thing.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully that was some good encouragement for you. I think that's needed for a lot of people in the industry right now. I know it is. It happens a lot where jobs get bogged down and you just quit. So definitely good word, brother. All right, guys. Well, go build something awesome.